Okay, so in this video I'm going to show how to loot efficiently gold and elixir exclusively. What you want to do is make sure you have all your camps fully queued with barbs and archers. It's really preference depending on what level your barbarians are and your goblins. I sometimes run goblins and archers, or barbs and archers, but with level 6 barbarians at Town Hall 9, it's much better than level 5 goblins, and plus barbarians get made quicker. So after you have a full camp of nothing but barbs and archers, you want to make sure you're max queued. So 2 with full barbs, 2 with full archers, and you probably want to do this while you're boosting. So, you know, have them boosted. And if you really want to be efficient, use your phone and set a timer. I believe it takes about 5 minutes for these troops to be remade while you're looking for a base to attack. So if you don't find a base within 5 minutes, and then you finally find a base, by the time you get back to your base, your entire camp will be fully made again. That's how this game works. So setting a timer on your phone, like sitting next to you, if you want to be really efficient, once it passes like 5 minutes, you know, okay, you probably want to just go for like the next base that just looks good, so you don't waste those 2 hours of boosting time. But what I like to do is generally look for a base where, you know, I don't even care about the town hall being on the outside. All I do is I look at the loot in the top left corner. If it doesn't satisfy the amount I want, I just skip. The faster you skip, the more likelihood you will land on a base with maxed out collectors, fully capped out on the outside, and stuff like that. So I always look for 200k plus of each. Like, alright, here's one, but after looking at the base, you can see they're all in the storages, and there's no way I'm going to be able to get this, which is barbs and archers, so I'm just going to skip this one. And I just keep doing this until I find a good amount of loot. Because you can't really do a whole lot with just barbs and archers. And like I said, I don't really settle for anything under 150k of each. Like this guy's base, like you can also see if their collectors are full by just looking in the tray. They're not that full. The gold and the elixir, they look kind of full, but you can like really tell when they're full. So I'm just gonna skip this base. And you know, I just do this for about 5 minutes. Sometimes I find a base within a minute. Sometimes it takes me like 6 minutes. But overall, it's very efficient. So it also doesn't really help that I'm in the 2,000 plus trophy range, as there's not that many bases with full capped out collectors in this range. I'll find like capped out collectors in like the 16, 17, 1800 range, but I'll get lucky eventually and I'll probably find one. And I'll show you how it should be done. Oh, and also if you have your Barb King up, or Barb King and Archer Queen, you can sometimes take on more challenging bases. Because putting your Barb King out and then sending like all of your barbarians behind him, and then you rage up your Barb King, will rage all the barbarians as well. So that's also good. But see, I'm just looking at the loot. It's not satisfying me whatsoever, so I just hit next. You know, like the quicker you swipe, the more likelihood you have of finding a base with a lot of loot. Alright, here's one that's perfect. Like, look at all that loot, and you can tell the collectors are full. Look at the gold mines, the trays have a lot of gold in them. It sucks that he's got some collectors on the inside of his walls, but I'm probably going to get a decent amount out of this raid. So what I'm going to do is, I like to work just one side at a time. So I'm just going to send a few barbs, right, and then just a few archers right behind them. And then I just move down the line. Use the barbarians as meat shields. Archers just kind of do a little more damage than barbarians. Now, I see that dark elixir right there, and I kind of want that because it's probably full. If the collectors are full, that's most likely full as well. So I'm going to try and clear these buildings, sparing my troops as much as I can, so that I can get that dark elixir storage behind that wall there. So right now I'm just gonna like distract that mortar with a few barbs and then just send a bunch of archers right there, and they should take care of that real quick, like that. Boom. Okay, still got barbs left. And I'm probably not going to be able to 50% this base because it's a Town Hall 10, and Town Hall 10s have more buildings than other bases, so getting a 50% requires a lot more shit to be destroyed. So like, all these collectors on the inside, I'm not going to be able to get to them. This gold collector, I could, like these two right here, there's no way I'm going to get to those. Let's see, it's looking a minute and 12. Oh, there's a dark elixir drill there. Or I can go for this gold, but there's wizard towers right next to it, so yeah, I'm probably not going to be able to get that drill. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try and just go for that gold. Even though I'm probably not going to get any of it really because that wizard tower. But this guy had a shit ton of loot, and I barely used anything to get it. I used nothing but barbs and archers, so it was extremely efficient. And as you see, when I come back to my base, my troops should be completely full. My camp will be full. Yeah, see, it's full. So then you want to max queue them up again. And then just rinse and repeat. So that, my friends, I think is the most efficient way. Is just look at the loot in the top left corner. Hey, if you want just 100,000, go for it, but I like to just keep skipping until I see like 200k plus or at least 150k plus. Otherwise I just keep hitting next. Because the faster you go to these bases, the more likely you're going to find a base with a lot of loot. Now this sucks because all of his loot is in the storages. There's no way I'm going to be able to get that. And you can tell his collectors aren't full, so I'm just going to skip that one. Oh, that's cute. Don't you love when that happens? So again, I am just looking at the loot and just skipping, just going like as quick as possible. The quicker you skip, the more likelihood you will find a base with a lot of loot. Like if I see a lot of loot, I like examine the base and I see, no, there's no way I can get any of that because it's all in the storages and his collectors weren't full. Um, and I should probably trophy drop a bit. If you're Town Hall 9, you'd want to be like, I'd say like 18 to 1900 is where you'll find a lot of these bases with capped out outside collectors. Because I mean, I'm only using barbs and archers, and that probably costs, I don't know, probably like 40 to 50k elixir, and you find a base with 200k of each, like, and you just do this for 2 hours non-stop, you're gonna get a lot of gold and elixir in those 2 hours, even at Town Hall 9. By doing this strat, I've gotten like, I'd say like certain times of the day are better to, like, I find more capped out loot bases at night than I do during the day. So I'll do this at night probably more often than I would in the day. But the most I've ever gotten, I've probably gotten like 4 million of each in 2 hours just doing this. That was also with a bit of luck, just continuously hitting bases that have capped out collectors. So I'm going to see if I can find one more. The gold collectors do not look like they're capped out. So I don't think that's going to be a good one. I'll probably make another video showing how I get dark, because that's a different strategy. You have to sacrifice some more elixir if you want to get, if you're just going for dark elixir. And I'll show you what I do to get dark. I can get in a 2 hour boost, I can get around 20k plus dark. Maybe, I don't know, I think it really depends. It depends on what trophy range you're in. I'd say like 2k plus, 2k to 2300 would be for just farming dark, and you need a specific troop set up for that. So I'll make a video on that, but this sucks. I'm not finding any bases because I'm in a kind of a high trophy range where people are constantly collecting from their collectors, but every now and then, like, the faster you skip through, the more likely you're gonna find one. Like, here we go. I think I just found one. Yeah, you can tell. Look at that gold collector. So I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna also try and get a star on this base at least. So I'm going to, you know, after that update, they made camps have like no HP, so I don't really put many troops on them. So I try and spare as many troops as possible, but I still want to get all these buildings to try and get a star. So I'm still gonna go after them. So this is all you have to do, is just send in, just go around the base using barbs as your meat shields. Use them sparingly, and then put archers right behind them. That's really all I need to do. Now, looks like I'm coming up on close to 50%. What else do I need? I'm going to put some barbs here to distract while I try and kill some of these. I think I'll get 50%. Damn, there's that elixir drill that I wish I could have got, but it's whatever. Really? I'm not gonna get a 50%? Fine, I'll just use my Barb King then. Asshole. Let's see, where should I put him? Yeah, I guess I'll just put him on this cannon real quick. And surrender. And I'll come back to a full camp again, in which I will have to requeue. And this is all you do, just this over and over and over, just skipping bases until you find a nice juicy looted base. And I'm not even in a good trophy range. I'm in like 2K. For this to be really efficient at Town Hall 9, I think it's better to be in like 1800. Actually, somewhere between 1600 and 1800 is probably the best. But yeah, that's it for this video. In my next video, I'll probably show how to get dark pretty easily. Thanks for watching.